Hey there, Nikki Harden, nutrition and detox coach and the formulator of 21 Cleanse. Welcome to Casual Friday. And today I wanted to share some tools and insights with you that have been really powerful to support my cleansers and my one-on-one coaching clients to transform their body, their mind, change their relationship with food, and to really create long-term positive results and transformation in not only their health and their physical experience, but also in their life. So today, my intention is to share some of these big insights and these tools with you so that you can apply them in your life as well to create positive results. The first really important tool that you can take and apply in your life right now is that healing is a process and it's not a destination. So I see over and over a lot of my cleansers, a lot of my one-on-one coaching clients, they really get tripped up because they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves. The pressure is about being perfect, doing everything perfect all of the time. And the truth is, we're human. And especially when it comes to our food, where it's something where we are being offered the opportunity all day, every day to make a choice that's in alignment with our goals, we are continually choosing yes, yes, yes. And that doesn't even come into take into consideration all of the distractions and the temptations that are coming at us all day. So when it comes to making positive food choices and really realizing your goals and staying on that path, it's really important to have a very, very loving, accepting experience of yourself in that process. And what that looks like is really just staying on that path of saying yes to you. And when you fall off, rather than going totally downhill, what does that look like? I'm at a party and all of a sudden they're passing around brownies. And oh my God, I love brownies, or at least I used to love brownies, and my brain still thinks I love brownies. So the first choice is, maybe not. Maybe there's an experience of a push-pull inside of yourself. And your goal is to really not eat sugar and processed foods. So you're saying, no brownie. That's what you're saying, but you're still choosing the brownie. You eat the brownie. So many people will then go into a vicious cycle of wanting to beat themselves up about that one choice. And that leads you in the downward spiral. And many people, how they'll respond is, then they'll say, oh, I already blew it. So they go and have another brownie. And then they have another brownie. Or then that brownie will lead to a cookie and an alcoholic beverage. And really, they're on the detox. And so they just throw it all out, right? And so what you can do is just be in acceptance and non-judgment of yourself. And recognize that this whole process of eating clean, being healthy, staying committed to your goals, it's a journey and not a destination. And the best thing you can do is step out of the right and wrong and the good and bad and really just stay committed to your goals. The second really valuable tool that I want to share with you is that change and transformation is uncomfortable. And that means that you're going to be tested, and it also requires, and this is really, really important, space. It requires creating new space. And what that means is you have to actually let go of something, whether it's a habit, an addiction, a craving, maybe it's a relationship. Sometimes people make choices that are about not their food choices to act as a distraction because they're in an unhealthy relationship and they don't want to look at it. I see this over and over with my customers and my coaching clients. And so what I really want to share with you is that when you are going forward with doing a detox, with starting a food program and staying committed to your goals, you're going to have to create space. And that's going to require letting go of something. I don't always know what that something is, only you know. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to really understand that. And when you let go of something, that can be uncomfortable. But what that does is it allows you to create space for something even better. And like I said, that process is uncomfortable. So I have this cleanser, a frequent cleanser. So the first time he did my cleanse, guess what? He lost 35 pounds. Yes, 35 pounds in 3 weeks, quit smoking, reduced his blood pressure, kickstarted a whole new, completely like a whole new lifestyle. And when we were talking after he finished his cleanse, he said, Nikki, you know, I was so focused on what I thought I was gonna have to let go of, rather than what it was that I was going towards. And I can tell you, I don't even remember now what I was afraid to give up, because what I have now is so much richer. It's so much more valuable and just such a more powerful life experience that I don't even remember that. So when you're giving up something, or when you want to change something in your life, whether that be a food choice, a health choice, or any kind of a choice, it's gonna require giving up something, and that's gonna be uncomfortable. But if you keep your eye on the prize and you just let it go, it's gonna be a lot easier. So the third thing that I wanna share with you today, which is gonna have an incredible impact in really helping you make positive food choices and create long-term habits and behaviors, is get support. When you do this, oh my gosh, it's going to help you so much accelerate your process of creating success, of having the results that it is you desire. Personally, I'm going to share with you from in my life, one of my biggest growth opportunities has been actually allowing myself to get support. It's been number one, asking for support, and then number two, receiving support. So what am I talking about? Let me share with you a story. Actually, Lisa Williams, you can watch our one-on-one, she asked to interview me on her Facebook page. She has 220,000 Facebook followers. So Lisa lost 75 pounds on my program. She reversed prediabetes. She ended heart palpitations, and she transitioned to a vegan lifestyle. And she said, Nikki, it was so important for me to have your support during that time, because I had technical questions that came up along the way that I needed help with, right? There were times when I was like in a fire, right? I was at a business dinner, or I was getting ready for one of my trips, and I needed to know what to do. What are these new habits and choices that I could make that would take me in that direction? And you were always there for me, and that was so important. And you know what else? There were times when I wanted to give up. I wanted to toss the towel, because it just felt like there was too many other things that were weighing down on me, and it took a lot for me to rise above that and to stay aligned with this. And having your support was so critical for that experience. So this is what I'm talking about, because it's so important to get support in your life. And when you do things like bringing on coaches or enrolling in a program, it provides you with the education, the guidance, and the support, the cheerleaders, the people that really have your back, so that you can stay committed when things get tough, because you're gonna be tested. And the fourth thing, this is a perfect segue, you need accountability. Oh my gosh, this is so critical, because guess what? When it comes to making choices for you, it's very easy to let other people take priority and to put yourself on the back burner, and to continue to allow yourself to just put it off, because there's so many things to check off on the to-do list. I have this client, and she said, oh my God, Nikki, it was such a pleasure for me to pay you, and paying you saved me so much money and so much time. I know. See, if I hadn't have paid you and done your program and worked with you one-on-one, I wouldn't have succeeded. And here's why. Because number one, I actually saved money. And here's how I saved money. I stopped spending money on alcohol. I stopped spending money on things like going to Starbucks all the time and getting the latte. I stopped spending money on sugar and these really decadent dinners. The choices that I made were so much more loving and supportive and nurturing and valuable for my body, number one, and also for my pocketbook. And as a result, I really stayed on track because there was a lot of times I was tested. There was a lot of social opportunities and the pressure came in. And if I hadn't have been accountable to you and had you there, who I had to like come and let you know what was going on and to have had the step-by-step guidance to know what to do, I wouldn't have succeeded. And actually, as a result, I learned how to create all these new habits when I went out to dinner to make these choices. We also, my husband and I, we did this together. We did your program together and we developed this whole love for cooking. And so rather going out and spending all this money at BOA, we would figure out what we were gonna do at home and we would have these incredible experiences. And then we actually had dinner parties where we invited our friends and we made these incredible plant-based meals. So these are the kinds of things that can happen, that can transform in your life when you hold yourself accountable and then you figure out you have to put in the support elements, the accountability piece elements, because otherwise, guess what happens? You work late, your friends invite you out, your kids get sick, something happens, and you put yourself on the back burner. So make sure you put in the accountability piece. And the fifth tool that I want to share with you that's so important, learn to stay true to making self-honoring choices. It's so important, and I see this over and over and over. How many people will make choices that aren't in alignment with their goals, that aren't right for them because they think or they worry that it might make another person feel uncomfortable? What am I talking about? I'm going to share a little story with you about my client, Shishi. When she did my program, we took her through the detox. She gave up a lifelong sugar habit. And guess what? She stopped sugarcoating things for other people in her life and started staying really committed to doing what was right for her. Specifically, she would say she would go out to dinners with people, and it was incredible because repeatedly she would find her friends always wanted to order dessert, and she stopped eating dessert because she stopped eating sugar. She said it was really, really incredible to see when I stayed true to myself, when I stayed in my value, and I didn't let that peer pressure come in and myself cave. I felt so much better about myself, and then I also learned who was really a good friend and who would support me as opposed to who would make fun of me or put pressure on me. Very, very important. Stay true to making self-honoring choices. This is not selfish. Making self-honoring choices is not a selfish thing. You have a right to stand in your value, to do what's right for you, and to make choices that are in alignment with the path that takes you towards your goals. Those are my 5 tips and insights for you about how you can also apply this to your relationship with food, to staying on your path of being the healthiest, most positive version of yourself, to creating positive results in any area of your life. Now, if you're struggling in any of these areas and you feel that it would be really supportive for you, you're ready to make real change, I'm here to help you. Feel free to schedule a call with me. I do a 30-minute complimentary consultation with my people. You can go to my website, nikkiharden.com/schedule. Schedule your call. We'll hop on the phone. We'll get you on a plan, and we'll help you make sure to create real change in your body, in your mind, in your life. Thank you so much. I'm Nikki Harden. Stay tuned.